Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those eyes? Where did you get those eyes? I'm John Retham with the retro review of Jeepers Creepers, one of my favorite trashy horror movies of the 2000s. And yeah, thanks to this movie, I'm never going to hear that song the same way again. And speaking of trash, the director of this movie is a really trash person, Victor Salva. If you are unfamiliar with that name, Google it, you will see why I say that. Because fucking hell, he should have never been allowed in Hollywood. He should have never been allowed out in civilized society. He should be in fucking jail for what he did. It's fucking revolting. Hey, he's not the only bad person that's been involved in Hollywood, but fucking goddamn hell. Seriously, his career was derailed because he's a really trash, terrible human being. Now, as for the movie, though, yes, what the director did, and again, Google it, it would taint my opinion of the movie overall, except this is straight up horror. It's ridiculous. It's trash, but trash done well. And the cast is pretty damn good. It's simple. It's a small cast, and it's a simple story. You have Trish, played by Gina Phillips, who looks fucking incredible even now and was 30 back when this movie was made, and she has really good genetics because she doesn't really look like she's aged all that much, even when I saw her in Doom Annihilation and a few other movies recently. And then Justin Long, who plays Derry, and he was in an equally horrifying, if not more horrifying movie a year later in Crossroads. It starred Britney Spears. Remember Crossroads? Remember that fucking shit? It was really goddamn bad. Spectacularly bad. Would you like me to retro review that? Hell, I may, because it's fun to dive back into these older movies. So, brother and sister, Trish and Derry, they're traveling on a highway. They're going to ride it and play some games and just have some fun, figure out license plates. Oh, what's the meaning behind this? Play a game, points. Oh, I win this round. I win this round. And they're just having fun, sharing stories about coming back from college and what they're going to tell their parents. And then suddenly a vehicle starts honking behind them, and this creeper is going to ride them and scare them all night long. That was a really long way to do that. I'm on a highway. I'm going to ride it all night long, but I'm just going to roll with it. So this big rusty vehicle that's badly painted is driven by the creeper. Now they don't know it yet, but they get scared by him, but then he passes by them honking his horn, all that. And the creeper is played by Jonathan Breck, who did a pretty damn good job in this. He really does capture, just this slimy, disgusting creature that nobody understands. Why is it doing this? Is it human? Is it a creature? Is it real? Is it Memorex? So later they happen to go by an old church on this old country highway, and they happen to see this, particular creature, this man, this whatever it is, dumping something wrapped and roped in a sheet with red stains on it. So a little bit later they just are traveling down. The creeper sees them, decides to pursue them, and basically runs them off the goddamn road. And then Derry decides it's a really good idea to go back and check this shit out, and he finds a whole bunch of bodies down there. One line from Gina Phillips, you know that part in scary movies where someone does something really stupid and everyone hates them for it? This is it. So it's self-aware, yet they also make some really dumb decisions. Despite being self-aware of some of this stuff, they keep making dumb decisions to advance this 85-minute movie. It's not very long. That is the one nice thing about this movie. It's really not very long. There are bodies in the pit, a lot of them. He shouts up there because he tumbles down the pipe. You find a way, you get the cops. You find a way to get them here because there's a lot of bodies down here. And bodies are over the ceiling. It's like a less horrifying Sistine Chapel. And then he, of course, is traumatized after somehow escaping. Despite all that, he somehow escapes. They get to a diner, and then this one character, Giselle, played by Patricia Belcher, who's a great character actor, she knows all about it. She's kind of psychic, and she says, oh, you have your shirt torn, this kind of stuff. You saw the bodies. She just starts rattling off all this shit that she saw, all the stuff she saw in her dream. She knows what's going to happen. She knows one of them is going to get pursued. If you hear the song Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? The old one, on the old phonograph, you need to run, and don't stop running. You need to fucking run because it wants something from you. And then they go out of this diner after getting this mysterious phone call on this payphone. They're trying to get the cops there, and the cops get there, and then they find all their clothes tossed out of the goddamn car. What the hell's going on? Really nice car, by the way. Really, really nice car. And basically, the creeper, got their scent. And then he pursues them. He kills the cops, actually, in a pretty funny way. The head topples off at one point. He eats the tongue out of the sheriff's skull because he needs certain body parts to keep living. Then they run into a crazy cat lady trying to find a phone. The cats don't like strangers. Thankfully, the cats are okay, but the creeper impersonates a scarecrow and then kills her, takes something from her, and basically is just pursuing these two teens that are played by early 20-somethings, or in the case of Gina Phillips, somebody who's 30. I still don't understand that, but you know what? Again, good fucking genetics on her. And the cats all ran out. I really hope the cats were okay. I'm a big animal person. And they run him over a bunch. Well, I mean, Trish does. Are you sure it's dead? Oh, they never are. And it's kept running him over, and they turned him to dust. But then this wing pops out of him. Oh, he's going to be a winged creature. He's going to be a serpent, a serpentine, if you will. No, he's going to go, after serpentines. Wait, no, that's just Victor Salva going after people like that. You'll fucking get it if you Google it once again. So many missing person files, and they're at the police station. And then Giselle finds them and basically mentions all this stuff like, it wants something from one of you. And then, it eats certain things. 23 years for 23 days it gets to eat. It eats, like a tongue so it can speak, lungs so it can breathe, eyes so it can see, heart so it can, keep beating. And basically it's a creature that comes out of hibernation to kill and then goes back into hibernation. That's what they reference in Jeepers Creepers 2, Electric Boogaloo. And then lights go out at the police station. A pretty big police station for a rural area like that. And then one prisoner gets eaten because the creeper believes in prisoner reform, meaning they're reformed to be eaten and then reformed inside him. That's basically what he ends up doing. He ends up killing them, ends up killing a whole bunch of cops, basically to get Derry. Now, it was obvious he was going to take Derry, and she says, no, take me instead. I have everything inside of me that he has, but I won't fight you. He will, take me instead. Basically sacrificing. He's like, don't be a hero. Trish, don't be a hero. It's not like Billy, don't be a hero. And then he, takes off, winged creature and all that, and flies away to this old factory. Because he couldn't go back to the church with the pipe basement. He had to burn that shit down. We'd see that off camera because I guess the budget couldn't afford that. And then old factory thing, Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? And Derry has a hollowed out eyes, and then where did you get those eyes? And then there's the eye, the new eyes of the creeper from Derry, and then cut to black. So there you go. Now, I will say that it's trash, but trash done well. It's not necessarily a great movie, but it's a lot of fun. You just have to take the fact that it's directed by a guy who's a goddamn piece of shit. So yeah, he's not good to have around children, that much I'll say. But anyway, let me know what you thought of Jeepers Creepers in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. I'll see you soon.